We positioned ASP.NET Core 6 and MVC for building RESTful APIs. ASP.NET Core MVC provides a framework for building APIs and web apps using the MVC or Model View Controller pattern. REST is an architectural style, evoking an image of a well-designed web app. That's also what the acronym describes: a system in which we progress through an application by selecting links, resulting in the next state of the application being transferred to the user and rendered for their use. We looked into that with an example of how that can be linked to a web application and an API. So it's an architectural style, but it's not a standard. It does use standards to implement the architectural style. And what is needed to implement it is described by 6 constraints. We just looked into all of them, so we won't go into detail on these again, but all of them will come back regularly during the course. In principle, an API must adhere to all of them to be considered RESTful. Lastly, we covered the Richardson maturity model. This model grades APIs by their RESTful maturity. We learned there were 4 levels, from level 0, the swarm of POCs, right up to level 3, hypermedia. To be able to talk about a RESTful API, level 3 is a prerequisite. Time to start designing and implementing our contract, the contract between consumers and the API. In other words, the outer-facing contract.